In this tutorial, we will learn about multi-page control, which can be used to add multi-page functionality in a user form. In this Excel file, I have two sheets. One is for student and second is for teacher. On each sheet, I have one command button. We can see here on student sheet as well as on teacher's sheet. If I click on this command button, it will bring a user form and I can press exit form button to close this form. On second sheet, I also have second command button which will bring same user form. Let me press exit form. So when I press this show user form command button on student sheet, we can see that this user form has two pages, one for student information and second page for teachers information. However, this user form is one user form. So what I have done here, there is one functionality or one control, that is multi-page control. That multi-page control I have used here to give this functionality in multi-page user form. So if I press or fill any information on student information, so let me fill student ID as 1001, any name Ashish, age, and then gender. Once I press command button transfer on student sheet, this information will be transferred to first sheet, that is for student. So we can see that information is transferred. And when I go to second page of this user form and fill information for teachers or any teacher, then I'll press this command button which is on second page. So this command button will transfer information from teachers page to second sheet, that is for teacher. So let me press this command button and I'll click on this exit form. Then I'll go to teacher sheet and we can see that information is there. I can show user form by clicking on this command button as well. So let's see how we can develop this multi-page user form and transfer information on any specific sheet. So for that, let me open a new Excel file. On this new Excel file, I'll add one more sheet. So first sheet, let me give name as first. Then second sheet, I'll give name as second. Or we can give name as per requirement. I can give name as student and teacher as well. So what I'll do, let me copy some information from previous file. Then I'll copy some information from teachers sheet to new file on second sheet. Let me increase width of these cells. I'll delete this existing information. And then let me delete information from first sheet. Sheet names are not relevant. Let me change them. For student, I'll say SS. For teachers, I'll say TT. Now what I'll do, I'll go to Developer tab, click Insert from ActiveX Control. I'll drag a small command button. Let me right click, then I'll go to Properties, change the caption as Show User Form. Same command button I'll add on second sheet, or I can copy this command button and paste on this sheet as well. Let me increase width of these cells. Now what I'll do, I am in design mode. I'll double click on this command button, and here in the left hand side we can see this Excel file is the file where we are working. So on this workbook I'll right click and select insert option and user form. So this user form we will use. From toolbox there is a control. We can see here this control is multi-page control. I select this and drag it here. I will not cover entire user form because all the pages are part of user form, and exit button I'll add at the bottom. So we can see that two pages are by default added. So what I can do, I can right click on the first page and rename it as student, and I can rename second page as well. Now what I'll do, on the user form I'll select a command button, and at the bottom I can add a command button. I'll right click, go to properties, and caption I'll change to exit form. Now user form is ready with two pages. So I'll put some controls on student page and some controls on teachers page, and then I'll write some code on command button that will transfer data to a specific sheet on SS and TT. So I am on student page. So let me put some controls. Here I'll select label and write a label. I'll drag a label, then right click, go to properties, change the caption to student ID. I can copy this label and paste it here, and then same way I'll go to properties and change caption to student name. Then I can copy this and paste one more time. This I'll use for student age, and this is the fourth one. I'll go to properties and change the caption to gender. So we are ready with labels. Next is that I'll add three text boxes from toolbox. I'll copy and paste, then one more time I can copy and paste. For gender, what I'll do, I'll select one frame here, and inside this frame I'll select option button, Control C and Control V to get one more option button. So we need to check the property of these text boxes and see what are the names for them. So I'll right click and go to properties. We can see that name is TextBox1. This TextBox1 name we will use while writing VBA code. For second text box it is TextBox2, and for third it is TextBox3. For option button 1 we have option button 1. For option button 2 name is option button 2. For option button 1 I can change caption to male. For option button 2 I can change it to female. And then last control that I'll put here, command button to transfer data on SS sheet. So I'll right click, go to properties. In caption I'll say transfer to SS sheet. There is one thing we can notice here. This command button is on student page. However, this exit form command button is on user form. So we have not covered multi-page control for entire user form. So this is something that we need to remember. Now we are done with the controls on student page. Now I'll select all these controls, Control C, I'll copy. I'll go to second page, that is for teacher, Control V, and then I'll go to student and copy this gender along with frame and all option buttons. Control C, I'll go to second page, Control V. Instead of copy and paste, we can drag and drop these controls separately. But this is the quick way that I am sharing. However, we can create new one as well. But after copying text boxes, we can see that if I go to text box, right click, go to properties, then name is not same as on sheet 1 or page 1, it is text box 5. I'll add command button also on this page. Some changes I'll make to labels, like student ID. I'll go to properties, and as we are putting this information for teacher, so I'll say teacher name, and for second level I'll say subject, and we don't need third level and text box. This gender we need here also, so I'll keep it. Right click on command button, go to properties and change caption to transfer to TT sheet. So we are done with the designing part. Let me double click on this exit form button so that I can write code to unload or to close user form, that is unload user form 1. So user form 1 is for name of user form. I'll double click on the left hand side to go to user form again, and then I'll go to student page. On student page we have three text boxes. These text boxes will transfer data from user form from this page to student or SS sheet, and two option buttons. So as a best practice, what I'll do, I'll just open a notepad, and here on this notepad what I'm going to write is I'll right click on this text box, and in properties I can see text box 1, text box 2, text box 3, and then option button 1 and option button 2. Text box 1, text box 2, text box 3, option button 1, option button 2, so that I can write VBA code correctly and use these names in VBA programming. Because text box 1 is for student ID, second one is student name, third one is for student age, and this is for male, and this second option button is for female. Let me minimize this notepad. So what I'll do, once I click on this transfer to SS sheet, all the data should be transferred to SS sheet. So VBA code I am going to write on the backend of this command button. I'll double click, and here I'll write the VBA code. VBA code is very simple. Let me write worksheets. Sheet name is SS dot cells, and row number is 5, column number is 1, dot value equal to text box 1 dot value. Once we press enter, formatting is done automatically. One thing we need to check, row number is 5, column number is 1, so let me minimize, and the value that we want is row number 5 and column is 1, so we are good. I'll copy this line, paste it here two more times, so that row number is 5, same for second text box value transfer. So here I'll change it to 2, this is 3, and here text box 2 and 3, and then some programming for option button. So I'll write here if option button 1 dot value equal to true, then what should happen? Worksheets dot cells, the next cell is row number 5 and column is 4 dot value equal to, then I write here as a string value, that is why I am covering this in inverted commas, mail, and then I'll close this if statement. So I'll copy this, all these three lines, and paste it one more time. For second option button, if value is true, then I want female, but in the same cell. So we are done with the programming for command button that is there on student page. Now I'll go to user form, and then I'll go to second page that is for teacher. Here also I'll write some VBA code on this command button so that data can be transferred from this page to second sheet. So I'll double click on this command button. Here on this command button, I can copy one line from here and I'll paste it here. Worksheet. This time sheet name is TT. Cell is same, but one thing to check is text box. If it is text box 1, 2, 3, or any other text box. So I'll go to user form on second page that is for teacher. I'll right click on the text box and see it is text box 5, then text box 6, option button 3, and option button 4. So here text box 5 and text box 6, we don't need this. For male, option button 3 and option button 4. Text box 5 is for teacher name and text box 6 is for subject. Although we need not to be very careful. Why? Because we need to be careful about the cell reference, and cell reference is with row number and column number. But while doing programming, we need to see if it is text box 3, 4, 5, or 6. So I have written here as a best practice. I'll minimize this and go to VBA window. Let me close this property window, and here this is 1 which is correct, but here text box 1, instead of this I'll use text box 5. I'll copy this, I'll make this to 2 and text box 6. Then I'll do some programming for option button, and option buttons are same, so I'll copy both. Sheet name I'll change to TT, and then instead of 4 I'll make it to 3 because we want value in third cell on row number 5. So we are done with the programming for the command button that we have on teacher or second page on user form. Let me minimize this window. So we are done with programming on user form, but I want one VBA code that can bring user form or that can show user form on this command button. So I'll click or double click on this command button and say userform1 dot show. Now let's test it. I'll go to developer tab, click on design mode so that I am out of design mode. So let me press this command button which is on first sheet, that is SS. So it is showing user form. So I'll go to first page, student ID, I'll say 101, student name, student age, and I'll select female here, transfer to SS sheet. So it is working perfectly. Same we can do with second page, that is for teacher, subject. I'll press this command button. I'm expecting that values are transferred on second sheet, and when I press this exit form, go to second sheet, we can see these all values are transferred from second page to second sheet. Let me press one more time. So this is how we can use multi-page control on user form to give multi-page functionality on user form, and we can add not only two but three, four, five or number of pages as per our requirement. So this is little bit in advanced level user form. If you have any questions, you can write into comment. One thing we need to remember here, once I add more information and press on this transfer to SS sheet, this information will replace the existing information. But in real time scenario, what we need is that on the next available line, all the information should be transferred. So there is a logic there that we can use in VBA program. So there is one more advanced user form tutorial in my channel that you can refer to learn that logic. So I'll mention that in description as well. So thanks for watching this tutorial. If you like it, please subscribe to my channel for learning advanced VBA and other automation expert requirements and real-time scenarios in VBA programming. Thanks again.